Fairly large in size, the master suite gets an abundance of daylight from the multiple windows on the south and west walls. The appearance of the room, however, hasn't been updated in quite some time, and new owners Lori and Ron would like to redesign the bedroom to bring it more in line with their tastes.
Currently, as you walk into the master bedroom, it's got a paneling on it that's gold with accents in it that we don't particularly care for. The floors are hardwood, but they're stained very dark, so there's some structural things that'll need to be done in that room. The room is a good size master bedroom itself, but we're going to move some walls and change some things.
One of the reasons for this reconfiguration is to increase storage. The shape of the walk-in closet is limiting.
The current closet area is very small, and we've been fortunate that there's a study behind the wall of the current bathroom, which we plan to move in and make that part of the whole master suite.
A new passageway to the study will cut across the bathroom at an angle, and a wall will be built to close the room off from the stairwell. The size, location, and large windows make the study the perfect spot for a wardrobe and dressing area. The old closet will then become part of the bathroom.
The bathroom is small. There's one small window in there. It doesn't get a lot of good lighting in there. There's just an overhead light, and the tile in there is old. It needs to be updated.
In addition to refacing the bedroom, Lori and Ron are eager to give the bathroom a whole new look. They would also like to add a whirlpool tub and larger vanity. First, however, there are some structural problems that need to be repaired.
The floor needs to basically be reinforced and leveled. And then the doorway leading into the bathroom is kind of slanted. We're not certain exactly what caused it, other than probably just the settling of the house over the last few years.
When pulling up the floor, other changes will have to be made as well.
We're going to have to replace the plumbing because there has been some leaks over the years into the lower level from that area. There's radiators in that section of the house, and we prefer to have the baseboard heating, and they'll have to be completely removed.
Ron and Lori's plan to completely gut the space and start over was a collaborative decision they made with their architect.
Doug's been great. Clearly, he knows what he's doing. He was, I thought, very good at coming up with a number of good options for the space that we had. I'm trying to maximize it, trying to get as much area and size out of it, and he was very good at picking up on Ron and my taste and coming up with things that suited that.
The architect in question is Doug Medell. We were able to visit with him and talk about his plans for the master suite. Well, Doug, your clients have a very large bedroom, but a tiny little bathroom and a tiny little closet. They came to you and said, we need some help. Then what happened?
Well, Jim, what we tried to do was to increase the size of their master suite by borrowing some space from other parts of the house and incorporating that into the bedroom area.
Okay, and did the fixtures in the bathroom need updating as well?
The bathroom was a mess. We needed to completely gut it and redo it.
Okay, well, let's go to the plans. This is the before, and we are on the second floor. This is the west end of the building. Tell us what we've got.
Well, this was the master bedroom, the existing master bedroom, a small bathroom off of that, and a mess of a closet. Way too small for the clothes and things that needed to be kept in a closet for today's times. We also had a sitting room that was adjacent to this whole area that actually overlooked the grand staircase coming up from a very large foyer below. And we decided to sort of incorporate all of this into one new master suite.
Now, when you say that there were structural problems here, what was that in particular?
The floor had sagged and needed to be brought back up level.
Okay, and now let's take a look at what you've got in mind to solve those problems.
What we have planned for, Jim, is to incorporate the sitting room into the master bedroom suite as a new walk-in closet.
I see.
We have planned to tear down a number of the walls and reconfigure them. One would be a curved wall following the grand staircase coming up from the foyer below. We've also planned to pull the wall separating the old bathroom from the bedroom south about 2 feet, adding additional space into the bathroom area. So we probably are planning to increase the size of the bathroom about threefold over what it was currently.
Now this here looks like cabinets that go all the way around the room. Oh, well, it's going to look great, and it looks like a bathroom that befits this kind of a house. We thank you very much for sharing it with us.
Thank you, Jim.
And we're about to watch as a master bedroom that hadn't been touched in quite some time is refurbished and expanded, turning it into a contemporary and relaxing space. Let's join the construction, which has already gotten underway. 2 days into the project, demolition is well underway as workers chisel out the last of the bathroom tile. Since the shower walls are made of cement, the wire lath backing can be pulled from the studs in large sheets. These tiles have been well set, and a roto hammer must be used to break them apart. And before long, the shower walls are stripped completely bare. Next, the focus shifts to removing the floor tile. Underneath them is waterproof lining, which allows the workers to easily bundle up the broken tiles and dispose of them. The entire shower floor is also made of concrete. In order to break the shower dam apart, it is broken into manageable pieces with the roto hammer. The pieces are disposed of, and with the exception of the bathtub, the room is nearly empty. 3 weeks have passed since demolition. The bathroom is gone, and the master suite has been completely opened up to the adjoining study. Workers have begun to re-level the bathroom floor, as contractor Shane Simon explains.
The existing floor joists were sagged about 2.5 inches, and that was due to the coring of the joists, and also that the older bathroom had concrete floors of about 2 inches, so that weight over the years has made them sag. So what we had to do was we had to actually take micro-lam beams and crown them and actually sister them on to the existing joists.
This also required building a temporary wall to raise the existing floor joists and support them while the new micro-lam beams are attached. The new curved bedroom wall is also being framed up today, and to simplify the process, a flexible metal track is being used. The track bends to create the shape of the wall, making for a fairly smooth installation. Studs are inserted into the track and attached with screws. Once each stud has been checked with a level, workers move on to the next. 3 weeks later, framing continues as the new bathroom has begun to take shape. Workers are in the process of laying down the tongue-and-groove plywood subfloor. An adhesive is used to create a better bond and fill the gap between the subfloor and the joists. This gap is often what causes squeaky floors. Nails are then used to firmly secure the subfloor to the joists. Soon the entire subfloor is down and framing can begin. First, the tub surround is built and nailed into position. Next, framing of the shower and closet gets underway. Within a short time, the two areas are almost entirely framed up. The last of the wall studs are tapped into position, and by the end of the day, the master bath is ready to receive drywall. A little over 10 weeks have passed since framing, and not only is the drywall up, but cement board has been installed as well. This serves as a backer for the tiles that are being placed. Well, there are two different types of tile that go into the shower area today, and we're lucky enough to have the general contractor, Shane Simon, here to explain what's going in. Now, these are two different types of tile, but they're actually cousins, aren't they?
Yes, Jim, they're both travertine, which is in the marble area. This one here, the larger one, is a Deanna Classic Gold. It has a glaze on it. This tile will be installed on the main bathroom floor, around the tub, and in the shower walls.
And this one is much duller. It looks like the edges are broken off. There's more texture to it. Is that part of the tumbling procedure?
Right. They tumble this to enhance the tile and also gives it a rustic look.
Now, this is going to get an enhancer on top of it, isn't it?
Exactly. What we'll do after it's installed and grouted, we'll actually apply an enhancer and a sealer to it. And what that'll do, that'll actually bring out the look of it. So you can actually see how the tile contrasts with the gold that we're putting on with it.
The travertine wall tiles are set using mortar, and spacers are inserted between each tile to maintain a uniform grout gap throughout. A little under 7 weeks have passed since tiling, and one of the last steps in finishing the remodel is to install the glass shower enclosure. The first step is to set the enclosure's framework. The glass panels can then be placed into the tracks. A silicone adhesive is used to adhere the panels to the framework and to adhere the framework to the stone tiles. Measurements are then made for the shower door. Holes must be drilled in the tile to hold the door hinges. The door itself can then be screwed into position. Rubber gaskets are attached to the edges of the door, and a silicone adhesive is applied to all of the glass joints, creating a watertight shower area. All in a day's work. The new master suite is attractive, with a spacious wardrobe and a more contemporary design. By moving the closet into what used to be the study, they were able to expand the master bath to include 2 sinks and a whirlpool tub. Not only is the look more in line with the owner's taste, but it also ties in well with the entire house. And joining me now are the home's owners. Here are Lori and Ron. Well, the two of you have been through a long rehab process, but it's done now. How do you like the result?
We love it, Jim.
It came out just perfectly.
Well, terrific. And let's take a look at some of the details.
Okay.
And we can begin by taking a look at the hallway outside the suite. And this used to be a balcony that went around the stairway, but now there's this lovely curved wall.
Initially, the wall, it was a squared wall, and we had the balcony went around. There was a study that was behind it. As the project went on, we had to match the crown molding there, which was quite a project.
That crown molding seam is perfect. Let's step into the suite itself. And the opposite wall, this is the west wall, that middle window there, it was covered over by drywall.
Originally, I believe that was an area where the previous owners had their bed. It was the only open wall, since there were 2 doorways on the wall where we now have our bed, which is the north wall.
On the north wall, this is where the wall actually got moved in towards the room 2 feet.
We took 2 feet out of the bedroom, so we lost 2 feet there, but it opened up and made the bathroom that much wider so that we could accommodate everything that we wanted to put in our dream bathroom.
Let's take a walk into that lovely walk-in closet, and it is a very elegant way to get in there with that beautiful curved wall. This is the opposite side of what was in the hallway. Now, how do you like having a walk-in closet this size?
Isn't it wonderful? It's a wonderful size, and with the curved wall, it gives it still a very nice look, a very nice dimension. It doesn't really look necessarily like a closet. So we just love it. It's the most spacious closet I've ever had, and the most organized.
Most organized.
Absolutely.
Very well done. And if we notice which side has the more storage space, it usually ends up to be the woman of the house. Is that
absolutely the case here too, Jim?
And if we look up, we see a very unusual and very sort of whimsical lighting fixture. Tell us about that.
The lighting fixture is actually a new low voltage system that worked perfectly in this area because it's a large closet. The spotlight's lighted perfectly.
Wonderful. Look down at the floor, and we see that it is the original floor that's been refinished.
There was a large standing radiator by the window. We removed that and put the baseboard kind of radiator system in there and just refinished the floors.
Let's walk into the bathroom, and we can begin here by noting the cabinets. Tell us about those cabinets.
The cabinets are maple, and they have a finish on them that is a vanilla glaze. We did the glazing because it kind of picked the color up a little bit, and it really blended it nicely with the tile that we have there on the floor and the walls.
And let's talk for a moment about that granite.
The granite is called Black Galaxy. When we looked originally for granite for the kitchen, we ran across this and really loved the look of it. It has small copper flakes, if you look very closely to it, within the black granite, which really gives it a good effect and ties in the rest of the colors in the bathroom.
Now, Ron, you had an idea for the sconces up above. What went into that?
Initially, we were going to put a sconce over the cabinets that ran across the entire section, and we didn't find anything in our selections that fit in. So we found these up sconces that actually we decided to mount it directly into the glass, which gave it a nice effect.
And there is a big curve up at the top there. That was your idea?
We had the mirror custom made, and originally Ron talked about just doing a square kind of shape to the mirror. And it was my idea, and I'm really quite proud of myself because I'm not real good at the technical aspects of things, but it was my idea to put the oval type shape at the top of the mirror, and it kind of ties in with the oval shape of the sinks below, so I think it looks wonderful.
Let's go over to the opposite side, and there is a private toilet area. Very nice, very private. You can close the door. And the floor, let's talk about that. That's a travertine floor.
Yes, it is. It's a polished travertine. It was probably the first selection that we made when we purchased the house and started the rehab project. And when it came time to actually pick up and order the materials, they were out of stock.
Uh-oh. Then what? Look out.
A whole lot of nerves. It was really very nerve-wracking because we'd already chosen the cabinets and a lot of the other finishes built around the coloring of that floor tile. So when they told us it wasn't in stock, it made us nervous. Makes me nervous now just thinking about it.
But we noticed that there is a different form of that tile on the floor of the shower.
We thought the polished travertine would be slippery on a shower floor, so we get the same tile, smaller tile in 4x4s, and it's a tumble travertine. Same tile, just tumble.
Now, the glass surround jogs a little bit. There was a reason for that.
When we went through the project, we worked very closely with our architect, and he came up with 6 different bathroom layouts that worked. And the problem was getting a shower wide enough and all to accommodate with the window in its original area. And he came up with the idea of bringing the shower stall back and jogging in the seating area, which was a great idea.
In order to save the window.
Right.
Wonderful. If we look up, we think we count 12 recessed lighting fixtures. Beautiful. And we've saved the best to last. Let's look at that tub. That is something to die for. What a great place to go at the end of a long, hard day, huh?
Great, we just love it. This particular style or model of whirlpool, it has swirling kinds of jets versus the pushing kinds of jets, and so it's a very comfortable whirlpool to be in. So we dim the lights. You can change the lighting in the room. Even though we've got the 12 recessed lights, you can turn different ones on and off, and we kind of stagger the lighting and light the candles and sit back and relax.
Sounds terrific.
Yeah.
Well, what a great place you have made for yourself. Congratulations on it. And thanks for letting us and our camera crew come in and watch all the changes.
No problem. It's our pleasure.
Thank you, Jim.